It's about to get wild.
Let the Raiders roll.
Yeah.
Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. We moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul.
Yeah, we're Lunatik real.
Always on the run.
From the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, penny bitches so right.
Love to
With a brand new secret. Yo, the smith of soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The words you can't ignore.
let the Raiders roll.
Yeah,
Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told.
Yeah.
We moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul.
The Lunatic Radio Show.
Always on the road.
Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps.
Yeah.
The radio show keeps spinning, the secrets Vegas keeps.
Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told.
Yeah.
We moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul.
The Lunatic Radio Show.
Always on the road.
The city like splash me, rapping the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. But the swoop make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bring and go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild.
Let the Raiders roll.
Yeah.
Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. We moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul.
Yeah, we're Lunatic real.
Always on the run.
From the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, penny bitches so right.
Love to
With a brand new secret. Yo, the smith of soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The words you can't ignore.
let the Raiders roll.
Yeah,
Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told.
Yeah.
We moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul.
The Lunatic Radio Show.
Always on the road.
Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps.
Yeah.
The radio show keeps spinning, the secrets Vegas keeps.
Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told.
Yeah.
We moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul.
The Lunatic Radio Show.
Always on the road.
The city like splash me, rapping the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. But the swoop make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bring and go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild.
Let the Raiders roll.
Yeah.
Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins. Like a story told. We moving through the speakers. Shaking up your soul.
Yeah, we're Lunatic real.
Always on the run.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation, happy Mickey Ficky Hump Day, one day away for our Christmas. Get ready to open these gifts round one tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, man. Let's get this shit cracking. I will be live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, man. Pull on up, hang out with your boy, man. Watch while we watch these picks come off the board, man. We're going to watch the whole freaking fracking first round. Because you don't know if we trade back in to the first round. Maybe we trade down to get the assets to trade back in. We're going to all find out at the same time. Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raiders Show right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. We're going to cover two more prospects that possibly can go at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simone. Yes, indeed. Number 6 is our spot. Like I said, it's the crown jewel of the draft, I believe, because once the first 5 come off the board, there is going to be a stockpile of talent there at 6. Now, some you may argue, are their value at 6, or are they valued more later on? Maybe the McMillans. You don't get them now. You get them later. You know what I mean? There's other players out there that possibly could go at 6. There might be a toss-up where you might have to flip a coin. If that's the case, trade back, get extra assets. We talk about Ashton Genty. Rumors are flying out there now that Jacksonville might take him at 5. So for all those that want Genty in the silver and black, be concerned if Jacksonville feels like Genty must be the guy. But if they go Genty at 5, who's falling to 6? Who could possibly fall at 6? What does New England do at 4? There's a lot of questions to ask and a lot of questions to be answered, and we will get those answers tomorrow. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. The world's most dangerous chat. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Shout out on everybody on X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as here on YouTube and the Facebook group Raiders Allegiance. If you have not done it, go to Raiders Allegiance on Facebook in the group section. Join the group. A lot of people go over there. I go live there too, though, so the people that's connected to that group page, man, get all the information. And also, we are on our way to 3,000 subs. We are close to 2280 right now. Once we get 3,000, I will be giving away a brand new TV to one lucky subscriber in a random draw. And then tomorrow, we see who the first pick is. I will be doing a draw maybe tomorrow night. After the draft, we'll do a draw, 2 lucky subscribers. So if you subscribe to the channel, you must be present to enter the raffle to get. There's going to be 2 winners for the jersey of whoever the first round pick is that the Raiders select in this year's NFL draft, man. Thank y'all for coming. Hey, I'm excited, bruh. Hey, tomorrow is the real deal Holyfield without getting your ear bit off by Mike Tyson. You feel me? Let's go. Raider Paul in the building. You already know how we going to set this Mickey Ficky off.
I'm out of time. There you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. One more day. It feel like a motherfucker's about to roll up and get released out of jail. You know what I mean? Hey, roll up. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give the homies the last bit that you got of your commissary. Here's my box juices. Here's my Snickers, my cookies. You know what I mean? And you need some hair product. I got some hair grease. You know, here you go, bro. I'm about to exit stage left, man. I'm on my way home. Yes, indeed, man. For real, for real. Shout out to Eugene Powell, right in the kisser, man. We in the building, man. What it do, man? Salute to you. Thank you for being here. Raider Syndicate in the mother freaking fracking building. There is a high possibility that we draft Genty. Your thoughts? No, everybody's on the board. Anybody that's there at 6 is all able to get drafted, of course, but there's one thing about us, we have multiple needs. So it ain't like we just need a running back, we're done. Let's trade all our picks like motherfucking New Orleans did for Reggie Bush. No, it wasn't Reggie Bush. God dang it. Ricky Williams. Trade the whole draft for Ricky Williams and we're done for the day. Remember Mike Ditka did that dumbass shit? Nah, bruh. Hey, if Genty's there at 6, that is a strong possibility. But the rumors are also flying out there that Jacksonville might select him at 5. If that happens, then we're no longer in the running for Genty. What's next? See, that's why I'm trying to hit every angle. Like these last 2 days. Yesterday, we talked about Jalen Walker. That's a strong possibility. I'm hearing that as well. As an edge rusher, I'm hearing that as well as Jalen Walker. And that's why I brought it up yesterday. Also, who did we talk about yesterday? Oh, Mason Graham. Another strong possibility, especially with the news coming out that Christian Wilkins has not, from what they're saying, rumors, don't take this as fact or gospel. This is what they're saying. I'm just reporting what they're saying. They're saying that he has not quite healed properly from his foot surgery, which was a minor foot surgery in the beginning. It's not a severe one at all. 6 weeks is the most you're out. You know what I mean? But there's possibility that he did not heal correctly. So he might not make the first part of the season. Now, that's very interesting with the 6th pick if Mason Graham is there. See, and shout out to the poor soul on TikTok that told me that we don't need Mason Graham because we already had Christian Wilkins. And I had to let them know, our base is a 4-3, so you need 2 defensive tackles. Now, if Christian Wilkins was a nose tackle and we were playing a 3-4, hey, you're correct. Wrong. Just not to shame you, but just to let you know, you might not be familiar with football, but there's different types of base defenses formation, especially up front with the linebackers and linemen. So you have your 4-3, which you have 4 defensive linemen, 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends, 3 linebackers. Then you also got a 3-4, which is your nose tackle, which is a defensive tackle, usually on the much girthier side of things, and 2 defensive ends, outside linebackers. When it comes to the linebacker core, is your edges as well. That's why Khalil Mack can play both. He can play defensive end and outside linebacker. Well, what's the difference? It depends on what they got him doing in base-wise. But most teams do both. They're not just specifically 4-3 or 3-4. They tend to, maneuver around a little bit. And then, like with the Pete Carroll's cover 3 defense, it's a 4-3 base, but there's tendencies of a 3-4. Thus, the hybrid Leo linebacker that Jalen Walker fits perfectly. You know what I mean? Jihad Campbell, another one that fits it. Stutzman fits it. Schlesinger, the linebacker out of UCLA, fits it. These are all athletic type, maybe too undersized to be a full-time defensive end, so you put them in a hybrid role. So that's why Jalen Walker, I think, is the best in this draft at that, but he's not the only one in this draft that can play that. So, yeah, man, Genty, we'll see how that unfolds, man. We got Alfredo, the boss with the sauce, man, in the building. What it is, man.
I'm out of town. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, indeed. Peaches, I need some more of that steak and shrimp, please. Nah, I'll eat later. Shout out to my girl Peaches in the building. Oh, shit. Lo and behold, who steps in the door?
My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice.
D-Nice in the Mickey Ficky house, man. What it do, man? Till one day away. Yes, indeed, one day, baby. Raider Nation. What we gonna do with this 6th pick? Man, Flip a coin and guess the name. We're gonna talk about 2 more people today. Like I said, I'm gonna roll it out like they got picked. I like doing it that way. It was dope me learning this AI shit, bro. I'm gonna have motherfuckers that that you know the voice say some crazy shit. But we doing our thing, man, for real. Raiders, YAs. Oh shit. So you think there is any truth to Wilkins might be out for the beginning of the season? Like I just said, bro, that's the rumor they're saying. Possibly he can miss the first part of the season because the foot has not healed correctly, which it was not on major surgery anyway. I did a show past season when it happened of the breakdown of how that surgery happens, and it is not nothing tremendous. I don't know. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. That might be another smokescreen. Well, how can it be a smokescreen, Lunatic, if it's Christian Wilkins? Because that's telling other teams that we might take a defensive tackle because of this. So Mason Graham might be another smokescreen to make people trade up if they really want him. Can you imagine this? Imagine how the draft will fall. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let's break it down. Let's look at it like this. We're hearing Tennessee is taking Cam Ward. All right, fine. I think they say Shedeur Sanders can fall. I think Cleveland takes him. He's not a character issue like, you know, Watson, the serial jack-off artist. And you need your quarterback. And you guys been fucking up on quarterbacks because you let them get away and they do better elsewhere. Cleveland is going, you got to keep swinging until you hit. You got to keep swinging the bat until you hit that ball. So quarterback, I think they'll go Shedeur at 2. Number 3, Giants. What does Giants do? Does Giants stay within the framework and go ahead and draft, let's say, Abdul Carter? Makes sense if the Giants did that. Or do they fear the pressure of having 2 older quarterbacks that's not their future and to go Jackson Dart or Show or whoever they feel is able to get for them to reach? They're going to breach. If they go quarterback at 3, they're reaching. Unless Shedeur is scheduled to be the second quarterback in the draft. Some people may have Jackson Dart. But at 3, Jackson Dart, I don't know. That's kind of, you know what I mean? Shedeur, that's another thing. People don't like him because of his daddy, which is dumb as shit. My daddy ain't got shit to do with who I am. He helped me, but I had my own experience too. Don't forget he has a mama who, I ain't gonna call her a PB, but you already know. She's one of them sack chasers, let me say. But I don't know how that's going to go. So what does the Giants do at 3? It's going to be very interesting. Abdul Carter, unless they throw a wrench out there and get a Travis Hunter, which I don't see that happening. But when you get past 3 and you get to 4, now you're talking New England. New England would have to be the spot that a team trades up to get, if they are interested in a Mason Graham, defensive tackle. Because 4, I don't think Jacksonville's trading down from 4. I think if the Genty rumor is true, which I can see it being true, because of they already have their quarterback and now they got to help that quarterback. How do you help them? Give them a hellified run game. So either Jacksonville keeps that 5 and takes Genty, or allows another team to give them a king's ransom to get the 5th pick, to get Genty past over us because they're fearful of us taking Genty. But nobody knows. Nobody knows who we're going to take. People say, oh, did the Raiders leak out who they were going to take? Do you think as much experience as these motherfuckers have, they're going to accidentally show their hand when they haven't accidentally showed shit? Come on, bruh. I be hating these outside motherfuckers, ESPN and whack five silly out there spreading that shit too. You know, the man that got multiple teams, whack 5 silly. But yeah, man, it's a lot of shit that we got to dive into. Anything can happen, which that's what you want the belief to be at 6. That's why I say it's the crown jewel. We know the top 5 talent in this draft. We just don't know where they're going to go besides Cam Ward. Abdul Carter's going to probably go top 5. Travis Hunter, in a realistic world, they go top 5. So we pretty much know who all the top 5 is going to be. We just don't know where exactly. 6 is the crown jewel, because once you get out of 5, now you're sitting at 6, where you can have 5 guys sitting there that can go there at 6 from McMillan. Maybe Genty doesn't go at 5 and he's there at 6. Genty. Maybe Mason Graham is there at 6. Graham. You know what I mean? It's a lot to dig into. Jalen Walker, like I mentioned, from Georgia, he can be there at 6. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, which he will be, most likely, if the top 5 goes the way we assume it will be. There's going to be a shitload of talent at number 6. That's why it's very possible the Raiders look to trade back and still get one of them and get more picks. My theory, do not do what you did in 2010 when we traded with the Miami Dolphins and gave them the 3rd overall pick, and they gave us 12, and they gave us an extra 3rd. They gave us a fucking extra 3rd just to swap 3 with 12. How in the fuck do you swap 3 with 12 and only get a fucking 3rd round pick out of it? How does that happen? That was the dumbest trade ever that we made. And we got DJ Hayden with that 12th pick. They got Deion Jordan with the 3rd. The pick we got in the 3rd round was, I forgot who it was. It didn't pan out. So we got our ass kicked in that trade. So if we trade back this time, I want 2nd round picks. As deep as this draft is, I know within the first 2 rounds, they're starters. First 2 rounds are going to be all starters. Facts. You're going to have some stars mixed in there too. Stars and starters. But the first 2 rounds, if I can get lucky to get at least 3 second round picks and still keep a first, but just trade back like I did in my mock, we get running back. We'll get a linebacker. We'll get a fucking wide receiver. And that's just 3 picks. We can get a defensive lineman. They gonna be there. They gonna be there. Let me get back to the chat, man. I don't want SoCal Sound in the building, man. What it is with it, man. Raider Food Chris, man. I'm gonna see y'all on Friday, bruh. See y'all on Friday, man. Let's get it in. Day 2, rounds 2 and 3. Let's see what happens. Let's see what that's gonna be. And if we get multiple 2nd round picks, I'm ready for day 2, man. Let's get it cracking, man. SoCal, who else we got? Enrico in the building, man, with he dropped it on one time on y'all.
I'm out of time. There you go.
That's right. Pete Carroll in the building, man. Pete Carroll in the Mickey Ficky building. Let me scroll down, man. Get to the rest of y'all, man. Dev93 in the building, bro. McShay just said we picking Kelvin Banks tomorrow. Ain't nobody told McShay shit. He's guessing. He's guessing too. But Kelvin Banks ain't no. Hey, don't get it twisted. Kelvin, see, here's the most logical thing you can think of the draft with the Raiders. And I told you guys this yesterday. One move can fix 2 problems. And not even problems. Can solidify 2 things with one move. You get you a good right offensive tackle. Right? We hear about Mbu or Mimbu, and now we're hearing about Kelvin Brooks, and who else is out there? There's a couple of other ones too, names that's out there. But don't be mad if they did make that move, because when I did my fucking trade, once again, I traded back. I end up with a total of 4 2nd round picks. My 1st round pick was at 14, and guess who I draft, Dev? Just guess your little tootsie who I drafted. Kelvin Banks, not Brooks. I said Brooks, huh? Kelvin Banks is who I drafted in the 1st round, and I ended up with in the 2nd round with the 4 picks. I got Schlesinger, the linebacker from UCLA. I got Judkins. Yes, I did. I got Judkins, and I got his running mate from Ohio State as well in the 2nd round. 2 running backs, a linebacker, and who else did I get? Hold on, I got it right here on my Mickey Ficky phone. So trading back might be a good thing to be able to cover a lot of ground. So I did Kelvin Banks Jr. in 14th pick, and then my second round picks was Trayvon Henderson, Siobhan Revel, cornerback of East Carolina, Carson Schlesinger, the linebacker UCLA, and Quentin Judkins, running back Ohio State. I did that with all trading back. I think I traded back twice, because I think I went from 6 to, did I go to 10? I can't remember who I traded with first, but they and whoever it was gave me 2 second round picks, and then I traded back again to 14 with Indianapolis and got another second round pick just for trading back. I think from 10. No, I think I went to 3rd. I think they traded up one from 14 to 13, and they gave me a second round pick for it. So I ended up with my own pick and 3 other second rounders. If we can swing that, we're gonna knock out a lot of holes. Damn, sound like I'm out there slanging ding-a-ling. We're gonna be knocking out a lot of holes in the first and second rounds alone. That's 5 picks in the first 2 rounds in a deep draft. Tell me the quality of player you get then. But Kelvin Banks is not a bad. At 6 is a whole nother story. Not at 6. Trading back to get him. Now I'm down with that shit though. But yeah, McShay, he got a lot of shit going on that he's hearing. So how do you pinpoint what your guess is gonna be if multiple teams are saying different shit? You know what I mean? It's kind of hard. Tragedy turned triumph in the building, man. Salute to you. Yeah, we got one more day, bro. I'm juiced as hell. I'm juiced as hell. Who else we got up in the building, man? I'm scrolling down. I be doing a lot of talking. I'm juiced for tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna scroll all the way down. If I missed y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all. Don't trip. Apocalypse in the building. He says, I keep coming back to Mason Graham. Mason Graham really might be, you know what I mean? Just because of the rumors out there with Christian Wilkins throwing his foot. You know what I mean? If you're trying to win now, bro, you can't afford to just not have Wilkins, because he was brought here for a reason, and that reason would be gone. So maybe you go and get a Mason Graham, which is not a bad choice. I think if any of the picks that we have eyes on, like legitimately is not there at 6, Mason Graham would be the guy. Like yesterday, I said it was either going to be Mason Graham or Jalen Walker is a big, strong possibility too, with the importance of the position that he would play in our defense under Pete Carroll. That's one thing that I sit there and look at, like, defensive line. I know, because if you look at, this is how I know what they find to be, I ain't gonna say the most important, like overall totality, but the most important as far as for us to help the offense is gonna be our defense. It's gonna be our defense. And so if you look at the postseason, of course, but in free agency, majority of the signings they made were all defense. That's telling me their focus is to do all defense to help this offense, because they're going to have to add, like you said, we're going to have to get a lineman. We're going to need a running back. We need a wide receiver. You might even get a future quarterback. So there's things in this draft that they set their sights on for the offensive side, but free agency was all defense. Just look what they did. They re-signed Palomalu. Jeremy Chin was brought in. They gave an extension to Max Crosby. Adam Butler got signed. You gave Malcolm Kuntz a 1-year, $12 million deal. You brought in Lonnie Johnson, corner. You brought in Eric Stokes, corner. You brought in Eldrin Roberts, linebacker. You brought in another linebacker in Devin White. See the trends? And these are not rookies. They know the defense has to be the thing. That's why they added all free agent veterans, even though, of course, the free agents are going to be veterans. But that's where they loaded up the defense with the free agent, veterans that come in here right day one and keep this shit afloat until the offense catches up. Because it's a brand new offensive coordinator, brand new quarterback coach, brand new quarterback, brand new head coach. The offense has to catch up. The draft, you're going to get your running backs, you're going to get your wide receiver, you're going to get linemen. Those 3 things are a definite in this draft we're going to get. Definite. You got to. And then the possibility of a quarterback. Now, it's not no pressure on you to get a quarterback, but if one's there that you like to develop for the future, you grab him too. That's 4 positions on the offense that you got to address in the draft. Defense, Patrick Graham is back. Rob Leonard is back. You added some veteran players to it to let them guys form that defense. So that told me they know the defense is a very, very important thing to help this offense because it can keep the score low from the other offense. If we can keep the score low and only give up, say we're a team, and I'm just giving an example. I ain't saying this is what they're going to do, but it would be nice if they did. Just say, for instance, we can keep teams to 14 points, 2 touchdowns. Those are all winnable games. Every one of those games will be winnable. Even when you have to, because what is going to be our learning curve on the offense of learning this new offense? And the quarterback getting used to everybody in this offense. He got to get used to Brock Bowers. We don't even have a number 1 wide receiver. So he doesn't even know who he's going to have to develop a rapport with in the offense, Geno Smith that is, at the number 1 wide receiver spot. Who's our running back? We got Mostert, but who's the young guy that's future? Because Mostert is older. He's not like, oh no, that's our 5-year running back. No. So there's a lot of things in the offense that they're going to have to bump their heads and learn as they try to develop chemistry to get to where they're trying to go. In the meantime, we need a defense to keep the score low so the offense don't have to try to do too much coming out the gate because they're still going to be learning each other. Facts. So that's how I'm looking at it. Navy vet in the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. One more day. All right, man, let's get into it. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Please, if this is your first time here, hit that like. Subscribe to the channel. We're on our way. We're trying to get to 3,000 subs. Once we do, one lucky subscriber will be randomly chose for a brand new TV. Yes. And then tomorrow, whoever the first pick is, probably tomorrow night, we will run a raffle again. 2 lucky subscribers will win the jersey of whoever the Raiders select. Yes, indeed. So with that being said, man, let's get into the show. Let's go. One more day. One more day and I get released. I hit the bricks. All right, so let's get into it, man. These are going to be 2 more of the guys possibly that we can take at 6. Hold on, let me make sure I got everything all lined up. All right. So like as in true form, I'm making it like the draft. We got to get ourselves ready for it because tomorrow it's going down. I will be live tomorrow, so y'all pull up. Shout out to everybody out there, man. So let's continue. Here is a possible selection at number 6 in this year's draft tomorrow. And it's a rumor that's been floating out there with our name connected to it as well. Let's get into it.
With the 6th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Armand Membou, tackle, Missouri.
Young, talented prospect whose lack of NFL tackle size will test teams' willingness to make exceptions to their standards. Membou plays with composed quickness and elite body control. He delivers good pop on contact and has the range to spring runs with blocks in space. Footwork and core strength fuel stick block sustain, but he can be outreached by edge setters. His pass sets are technically sound, and he processes twists and blitzes quickly. Membou plays with a varied pass set strategy and crafty hands to stymie rush momentum, but teams will have to live with long-armed rushers collapsing the pocket on him at times. Hands and feet work in unison to mirror speed and edge-to-edge rush challenges. He's still growing into his frame, but his game boasts unusual maturity. Membou's potential impact at a premium position should keep him at tackle, but he has outstanding potential regardless. Strengths: impeccable body control and poise in his pass sets. Keeps weight inside on kick slides with easy redirect versus counters. Protects with independent hands and a fluid mirror. Twitchy hands cinch up rushers who get too close. Athletic and agile to stay connected to rushers around the arc. Sifts through moving bodies with good clarity to find his man. Acceleration and leverage to dig out of his grass. Controlled quickness helps to execute challenging blocks. Corrals and centers off-frame targets with upper body power. Plays with an edge when finishing his blocks. Weaknesses: far below height standards for NFL starting tackles. Inconsistent running feet under his hands as a drive blocker. Gets outreached and separated by long edge setters. Not a deep bender and turns to leaning at times. must prove his anchor against NFL speed to power rushers.
And that's Armand Membu. I wouldn't be mad at that. Wouldn't be mad at that. Like I said, there's nothing to be mad at 6. Even if it's not a person that you wanted, you can't say they can't come in and contribute right away. Membu will be solid offensive line. You move him to the right tackle. You put him at right tackle, like a lot of people saying, and you kick DJ Glaze inside to guard. Your offensive line is set. The offensive line is set. Now, there's some concerns with long arm pass rushers, getting by them, but you got to remember, here's the thing you got to focus on. This is an offense predicated on tempo. What I mean by that is the quarterback will not have the ball in his hand long enough for that edge rusher to get past Membo and get to him. The ball is going to be gone. This offense not about holding the ball and waiting. Just get up to the line of scrimmage, and defenses are going to be gassed because they're not going to be able to substitute because we're not substituting. So the conditioning is going to be very important in the camps that we run to get the conditioning up there for our offense. We're gonna run defenses into the ground. Defenses into the ground, which means a strong run game is going to be needed. So a running back is going to be there. Now, one move with getting an Embo, here's the one move of getting him. If you get him at number 6, what he does in 2 spots behind him. For one, him added to that offensive line helps the quarterback with protection. Also able to open holes for the running back. So one man can help 2 positions, quarterback and running back. So I'm not mad at that move. An offensive lineman, I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? Would that be who I prefer? No, I wouldn't prefer that. But if they got him, I wouldn't be like, oh, we drafted a tackle last year. Nah, bruh. You grab him until you get the right one. So Membu, I keep saying it. Armand Membu, I would not be mad at, man. That's a solid pick. But like I said, I see other needs. I'm right there with Dev. Mason Graham and Jalen Walker are the 2 that I'm not saying that's going to happen. But the way the shit is looking, now I'm kind of feeling some way with the Mason Graham spot. Just because of Christian Wilkins. Just that news being leaked out there like that. Because, how in the fuck does somebody that's not inside the organization knows what the fuck is going on with inside the organization? Can't nobody that never been to my house, they've been to the outside and talked to me. You can't tell me what the fuck is going on in my house if you ain't never been in it. You can't tell me if I have a fireplace or not. You can't tell me what kind of air fryer I got if I got one. So, I mean, who is you to go and tell, oh, yeah, Lunatic, he got a hot tub in his front room? No, the fuck I don't. I got 2 bathtubs. I ain't got no hot tub in the middle of my fucking living room. But if a motherfucker out there, well, from what I heard, Lunatic has a hot tub. I just had a fucking bathtub with 100 midgets blowing through straws to give me the bubbles. That's all I had. But yeah, man, I don't listen to the outside interference, man. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on around this motherfucker to make people think you're going one way when actually you're going another. Sleight of hand. Make somebody jump over you to knock a certain individual down to your lap. I can see the Raiders leaking out some shit to make motherfuckers say some shit. So all of a sudden during draft week, we get news of fucking Colton Miller holding out. And now we got news that Christian Wilkins' foot might not have healed properly. You mean we just now finding this out and he had surgery during the season last year? When it happened, he had surgery the day after? And now we're just, his foot ain't. How come you didn't report this shit 2 months ago? Come on. Sacktown in the building, man. Salute to you, man. Hey, glad you here, bro. Hey, how's everything going on the hip case, bro? Would they prescribe you, did they have you take vitamins or something for your sodium to increase the sodium? Just curious, man, because you haven't gave us an update. Billy Davis in the building, man. What it do, man? Salute. Raider Paul in the building. All right. So, and I forgot this, man. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Without you, there's no me. And without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. That's the Raider Nation, baby. Hey, draft day tomorrow. Let's go. 3 days. 3 days, no sleep. All methamphetamines. No, I'm fucking with y'all. Don't do that shit. Salute. All right. So let's continue back with the show. It's a small... Oh, we got to call them small people now? Yeah, midgets are small people. You know what I mean? They small people. They matter. Shit, I'll take one down, boy. Now let me quit. Shout out to Raiders Shield family in the building, man. Salute. Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody that's here watching, man. We solid, man. 55 watching. People on Instagram. Salute. Hey, come on over if you guys want to participate in the chat. Come on over to YouTube. Get in the chat, man. Meet some of y'all fellow Raider Nation members. You know what I mean? Raiderettes and Raiders. You feel me? One nation, man. Hey, tomorrow starts the mission to kick everybody's ass. Tomorrow the mission begins to put a foot in everybody's ass. That's right. Shout out to everybody, man. Okay, let's get into this shit. My next doctor appointment is Tuesday. Right on, man. Sodium is still too low. Damn. Man, I hope you, get your shit right, bro. Cause like I said, we gonna need that hip so you can bionic kick these motherfuckers in their ass. You feel me? Let me see. How am I wilding, SoCal? I take a midget. Boy, you put that little motherfucker on there and just spin that motherfucker, and you just sit back and just watch that motherfucker get dizzy. Shout out to everybody. Okay, let's continue on. All right, so we just talked about Armand Membu, possibility of being a prospect and selection at 6. Now we're gonna move on to one more, and you guys pretty much could probably guess it. Y'all all been waiting for sugar-free. Yes, indeed, y'all. Sugar-free we could take at 6. No, let me shut the fuck up and let's get into it, man. Let's go.
With the 6th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State.
Jeanty plays a position that has become devalued on draft day, but his unique talent and the resurgence of the run game in the NFL should force teams to reconsider that factor when weighing his value. He's the ultimate yardage creator, with the talent and skill set to succeed independent of the quality of his blocking. Jeanty's speed forces linebackers to flow hard outside, creating cutback lanes and chunk runs, while his vision, balance, and elusiveness get it done along the interior. The threat of what he can do on the ground should create ideal play-action opportunities for his team, allowing his next play caller to, say, unburden a young quarterback or any other passer being asked to shoulder too much of the offense. He's compact and muscular, but there could be some minor concerns surrounding his massive workload in 2024. This top-flight running back is capable of becoming the face of an offense in a league where the pendulum might be swinging back to the running game. Jeanty has future all-pro talent, strengths, runs low to the ground with a wide base, fast feet, and good vision, trusts play a role, and won't come off the track without reason. Picks up momentum and danger with every step he takes. Instant burst limits the time for defenders to read and react, creates yardage with a rare trio of wiggle, power, and speed, rockets past contain, around the corner, and into space. Had runs of 50-plus yards in 9 of his 14 games in 2024. Thwarts tacklers and reignites the run with contact balance and leg drive. Taps the gas and skips past tacklers in short spaces when needed. Plays fast and maintains his pace through cuts and change of direction. Consistently creates magic with cutbacks as a zone runner. Weaknesses. The 2024 workload bordered on the absurd, with 374 carries, including 279 over the final 9 games. Tight hips limit the ability to make sharp downhill cuts. Might need to gear it down a hair to allow blocks to develop. Fumble prone once defenders start badgering the football. Inconsistent mirror with wide hands and protection. He could be the target of the Raiders at 6.
Yep, he could be a target of the Raiders at 6. Jeanty, I would not be mad at. Another one. But the thing that I look at is the fact that you got to shore up that offensive line to make sure that he's going to be high level production. You know what I mean? To give the quarterback play action is going to work lovely with this guy. If you get a solid offensive line in front of Jeanty, Genty will be able to do what he did in college in the pros. Now, the thing is, people say, well, he's got a lot of wear and tear just by all them carries last year. I beg to differ. I beg to. That's the next thing I want to see where that saying come from before I get into this shit. This is where we discover things here on the Lunatic Raider Show. Where did the term "I beg to differ" originate? The idiom "I beg to differ" originated in the 1600s, in British English. As a polite way of expressing disagreement, it's a formal and slightly more emphatic way of saying, I disagree with your punk ass. No, it don't say that. I disagree. The term beg is in context doesn't mean to plead. But we're knowing that begging, like stop begging, he begged. But it's not in the context and doesn't mean to plead, but rather to ask or seek. So back, I guess then beg is to ask or seek. I beg you for your assistance, not like get on your hands and knees like please assist me. You know what I mean? We learn shit here on Lunatics. Come on, we learn shit. There's a lot of things we have questions in life about, and this is the place that if I got a fucking question, I'm about to find the answer. All right, but back to Genty. Genty, I would not be mad at that. Now, when I was getting back to it, I beg to differ, is they said he had a big workload, which he did. He had over 300 carries this past season. But the thing that you have to also include, he only played 3 years of college football. Once again, he only played 3 years of college football. So there's not a fourth year of wear and tear. There's no fourth year. So what's the concern? A lot of times we need to slow down. Not us, but people on the outside. Oh, he's ran the ball too much. He's wore out already. That's not what she said. She's not wore out already because we still got 2 more sessions. The midget. The little people. My bad. Hey, sorry about that, SoCal. The little people. You know, the motherfuckers that was in the Wizard of Oz, or the motherfuckers in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Oompa Loompas, them is little people. So I gotta keep that in mind to be politically correct. They're not midgets. They're little people. So our babies are littler people. Littler people, littler people are babies. Shout out to everybody out there, man. All right. So what we gonna do now, since we done talked about Genty put up great numbers, fabulous running back, 5'8", 211 pounds. You know what I mean? A little ball of muscle. Yeah, I said little. Now, I didn't say a midget ball of muscle. I said a little ball of muscle. So he's a little ball of muscle. You know what I mean? And I think what we gonna do.
Sorry. Billy Davis said his wife and daughter got into a car accident on Monday. His daughter was in a coma. She's getting better now, and his wife is getting better too.
All right, this is what we gonna do. Let me stop for a minute. Prayers up for Billy Davis. I just I didn't look at the chat. Shout out to my girl. She keep me informed on shit that I miss. Let's all throw prayer hands in the chat, please, for Billy Davis and his family. Car accident with his wife and daughter. Man, speedy recovery. I hope all things go well for you, Billy. Like I said, we one nation. Your family is our family. You know what I mean? And bruh, I can't imagine of you know what I mean, something like that, because I've never experienced a car accident like that, man. But our prayers are going up to you, bruh. Hope your family makes it, and you be that pillar. You be that pillar that people need, man, and you keep your prayers up and keep your head up. You know what I mean? So, hey, prayers up to him and his family, man, for real. Man, for real. Because that's all we got is family. That's why we look at the Raider Nation as being family, bruh. It's a different, this ain't a fan base. This is a family base. You know what I mean? We got to change that narrative. This ain't a fan base. Yeah, we are a fan of the team, but outside of the team, since we all have a same common interest It brings people together. That's what life is. You're gonna find people in life that you're drawn to because the experience that they have is the same as yours. Their opinions is the same as yours. Their love is the same as yours. That's how you develop friendships. And friendships could last forever if you honor and be loyal to it. You know what I mean? So, hey, prayers up once again, Billy Davis and his family, bruh. Man, for real. Just keep us on point of as far as how things are going, man, and hopefully everything pans out and works out and with the grace of God, man, for y'all to make it through this time, man, for real. So what I want to do is this is going to be the last hurrah. The last hurrah. What do you mean by that? I'll show you what I mean by that in just one momento. I need everybody, remember, Raider Vision. RaiderVizion.com. You can go there. There's also a page for you to do your last mock drafts. Play around with it. Do some trades. Cover every scenario that the Raiders could do tomorrow and get an idea of how this thing could be sifted into whatever our future has in store for us. You know what I mean? We're going to do one right now. And we're going to try to do it as sound as possible. So what we're going to do is let's go to hold on, I got to bring up the screen share. This is Raider Vision. For those that don't know, I put together a website that's your one-stop shop for everything Raiders, from Raider gear, tickets, hotel and airfare, as well as giving our salute and flowers to the Legends of the Shield, which are former Raider players who are now in the Football Hall of Fame, and giving shout outs to the super fans of the nation, from Gorilla Rilla to Power Raider to the Violator. There's so many of them. I got to add more. And as well as shouting out to all the Raider content creators with links to each and every one of those guys' YouTube channels. So you can click on it, go to their channel and subscribe. Subscribe to all these content creators, bruh. They put in their time and effort into bringing you guys content to keep you up to par with what's going on, and as well as giving you their opinion, and it might be the same as your opinion. So therefore, you have a common ground. So I love the chat. I love the fact that everybody has their own idea and vision of what this Raider needs to do. Because the bottom line is, no matter if you want Ashton Jeanty, Mason Graham, Jalen Walker, McMillan, Mimbu, no matter who you want, the bottom line is you want them because you feel they make this team better. So at the end of the day, we all want this team to be better and get back into contention and striking fear back in the cowards' hearts. Faces, I be getting into my medieval shit. And we want to instill fear in the hearts of cowards as they cower in front of the silver and black, as we raise our shield and lift the patch over our eye to see exactly the fear in your eyes. Bars. I'm told you I'm going platinum one day. I might be 70. I'm going platinum. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this shit real quick, man. This is Raider Vision. Yes, y'all see it. You know what I mean? Hey, and don't forget, May 17th, we have the summer kickoff in Bakersfield. I'm going to try to definitely make that. So it's a big event, man. Get your tickets through Eventbrite. It's going down, man, for real. So let me get my ass back up here to the top of the screen where we have mock draft simulators. And I have 5 of them. I have 5 mock draft simulators. We're going to go with this one. This is the one everybody likes, is the PFN. I like that one too. They don't give you grades though, but I like it. I like it. I really like it. Let me go. So let me see. We're going to do, I don't want to do 7 rounds. I'm going to tell you why. Let's go 3. I want to play around with the notion of us trading back in the first round. Like I said, I want second round picks if we're trading back. There's going to be trades offered on here because I tell you, when I be doing this mock draft, they be offering, hey, I don't want no third rounders. You give me seconds. If you really want to move up to 6, bruh, We talk about moving up to the top 10. It ain't gonna be cheap, and I'm not gonna try to rape you either. I shouldn't even say that one. It's not gonna be cheap, and I ain't gonna try to pat your pockets either. What I'm gonna do is do the best move for I think that's gonna get my team in a predicament of having something positive with multiple talents on a multiple scale, higher scale to be in on this team to make this team better. So we're gonna do 3 rounds. I'm gonna do 3 rounds. Y'all had y'all mock draft. Now was my last one, just to play around with it. Dev, I'm taking Banks with the 6th pick. No, I ain't. I'm fucking with you. Let me see. So we're gonna go Raiders. We're going 3 rounds. I'm doing 3 rounds because I want to see how I can get these seconds. So let's go ahead and do this shit. All right. So Cameron Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. Now here go the trades. Do I go back from 6 to 16 with only one? They're giving me 1 second-round pick and 1 third-round pick. 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah, one second and 1 third. So what I'm going to do is see what the Jets is offering. Now they want me to go back 1 spot for an extra second-round pick. This one's feasible to me. I'm going back 1. I can do another trade back from 7 to like 10, 11, 12, 13 and get more second-round picks. So that's a possible. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to trade with the Jets. This is how we're going to play this game. We're going to try to see if we can get more assets to build a great team. So before I even do that, hold on. Let me get up out of here. Let me see who's on here. So they're moving up for either Mason Graham, Will Campbell, Ashton Genty, Shador Sanders. So if I move back 1, I can still get one of these guys. And then in the second round, I got an extra second-round pick. But I'm gonna do. I think I might do multiple depending on how far back another offer comes after this one. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to accept. Nope, we're going to deny this one. I don't want to go back to 16. I'm not tripping off your third-round pick. So we're going to reject that one. We're going to go from 6 to 7 and pick up the Jets' 42nd pick that's in the second round. So let's go. Bam. So I'm only back. And who did they get? They picked Mason Graham. I can still get Genty. And I got an extra second-round pick. Let's see what the trade offers are, though. So I got the 7th pick. They want me to go to 25. And all. Nope, I'm not going that far back. 7 to 33. Nope, Cleveland, you're asked out too. And look at the first and seconds. See, these motherfuckers are thirsty. One thing I like about PFN, I don't know how realistic it is with, I know they're going on, they got to be using AI to get all the information and crunch it to see these are the high percentages of things that could happen. It could happen that if the Raiders do have the 7th round pick, Pittsburgh needs Shador Sanders. I know this is what they're moving up for. So is it a possibility Pittsburgh really tries to move up? And look at what they're giving up. They're giving up their 21st. The next year is their 1st, 2nd, 3rd. They're giving up their 1st, 2nd, and 3rd picks of next year's draft. I think we're on a 2-year mission to really build this team out in the draft, like really add assets. And if you have 2 of everything in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd round next year, you got 6 picks in the first 3 rounds. That's another home run to me. That's another home run, especially when you got quarterbacks coming out next year that they feel is a better quarterback draft better quarterback draft next year than it is this year. And you got 6 picks in the first three rounds. You got assets to move up. You will have 2 seconds and 2 firsts, 2 thirds. I can move up and grab a Manning if I want to. If that's the golden goose egg of the draft next year is Manning, I have the assets to go get him. I have it. Hands down. In this move. But you know what? I don't want to move back to 21. And in this mock, I'm not trying to build shit for next year because I'm not going to be, well, I'll do a mock draft next year, but I ain't going to have these picks. You know, it's going to be a whole brand new board. Let me see everybody in the chat, man. If we trade down, but we don't, I say Genty on. You know what? I'm not taking any of these draft picks right now. I mean, any of these trades. Let me see everything that's on here. So Houston Texans want us to go to 25. They're giving us 58. That's a second round pick there too. They're giving us 79, and then next year they're giving us their second and third. And they're giving both of us both second round picks next year if I make this trade with them. I'm not gonna do it though. I don't want to go back that far. 33, I definitely don't. So 21. So Pittsburgh is but they're not giving up no second round pick. Because that's Pittsburgh don't have a second round pick this year. I forgot. Pittsburgh does not have a second. So I'm not gonna fuck with them. I don't want to go back to 25, but I can pick up a second and a third in this draft if I go back to 25. But then that's gonna take me down past. So you know what I'm gonna do? Let's reject it. Let's reject it, and let's just take Ashton Jeanty. I take Jeanty, and I got an extra second with the trade I did first. Come on, bruh. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, if you maneuver, all we did was trade back one spot, still got Jeanty, and an extra second round pick. I got 2 seconds now. So that's another position I can address. Now we're going to the second round with the next pick we got, unless I want to trade back in the first, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to do this shit correctly. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. After this, okay, let's see. We're at our pick. 37th. They want to give us a 90. Nope. Reject. 50 and 82. Nope. Reject. We going to pick. A lot of y'all want the linebacker Jihad Campbell. Hey, he's the best one. Jackson Dart is available. Josh Conley, Luther Burden. Let me see. Kenneth Grant. Tyreek Williams, Jalen Milroe. Watch me get Jalen Milroe with the next second round pick I got. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get our linebacker, Jihad Campbell, which is a perfect Leo. We didn't get Jalen Carter. I said Jalen Carter. We didn't get Jalen Walker, which that would have been the first pick, but Jihad Campbell, god dang it. Jihad Campbell, yes, we're going to do him. So now we're going to go to the defense and give them that Leo that we need in that cover 3 that Pete Carroll wants to run. Let's go, nigga. Let's go. Here we go. Nope, we ain't trading with the Chargers. We ain't helping your bitch ass do shit. Ravens, I'm not going from 42 to 51. No. So what do? Do we go offensive tackle from Oregon to shore up the line to make sure that that Ashton Jeanty gets off? Luther Burden, I like Luther too though. Or do we go Jalen Milroe with that extra pick? Just going back one pick. Remember, we went from 6 to 7, got a second round pick. Now that's an extra pick for going one spot back and still getting Jeanty to go get our future quarterback in Milroe. I like Milroe. I like the fact we can sit him. Now, I know it's a second round pick, so there's no 5th-year option, but we can sit him behind Geno Smith and let him develop for 2 years in the same system and then take over. And man, if you can develop this kid, I'm telling you, you got some shit on your hands. Gravy in the building, man. Salute. So do we do Jalen Milroe though? There's going to be receivers in this draft, but like I said, we're only doing 3 rounds. So maybe the 3rd round I get my wide receiver. I know who is it that's going to drop? The one that shook up his girl. Did he shake her? I ain't laughing at that shit, but we got to know if it's true or not. Did he shake up his girlfriend? Did he shake her up or something? I know there wasn't no complaint filed. What not was it Golden? Bonds. I think it was Bonds, Golden or Bonds. One of them two had an issue, a domestic issue. I'm not sure. All right, so what I'm gonna do? So I got my Leo. I got my running back. Do we go my offensive tackle? Josh Conley Jr. Is that? Yeah, I'm telling you. Is that more important than getting the quarterback now? Because Milroe gonna be gone. I don't think he's gonna be there by the time we draft. And since it's an extra pick, it's not no sweat off our back. We only move back once to get an extra pick. But then again, fuck. Then Luther, man, this motherfucker right here though. We can get a receiver later though. I know that for a fact in the third. So what I'm gonna do? What's the smart thing to do, Tick? We didn't spend a first round pick on Jalen Milroe. I think that was a smart thing. Second rounder, especially a second rounder. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of our quarterback, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go Jalen Milroe. So we got Ashton Jeanty, we got Jihad Campbell, and we got Jalen Milroe already in 2 rounds. Like I said, we only doing 3, and then I'm gonna get off here, man. It is 4 o'clock, bruh. The show is over, but we're gonna keep doing this shit. All right, let's get to our 3rd round pick. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, our 3rd round pick is a high 3rd rounder. What do? They want to trade their 83 for our 68. Nope, ain't shit happening. Now. I don't. I'm going Jaden Higgins. Wide receiver, Iowa State. We need a number 1 wide receiver. This dude is what, 6'4", ran a 4.48, 6'4", 214, and I think he ran a 4. No, I think he did a 4.5 or a 4.49, something like that. He did at the combine. So now we got our running back, linebacker, future quarterback. Look at watch what I just did. Watch what I did. Let me go ahead and do Jaden Higgins. I'm not really familiar with dude. Oh, I took dude. Fuck, that was an accident. I didn't want to take dude, but I did. I was trying to click his motherfucking info. But he was the best wide receiver available over dude. So, god dang it. I wanted that height. I want that 6'4" and that speed. To be 6'4", 213 or 14, whatever it was, and to have a sub 4.5 40. Let me see. What was Jalen Higgins wide receiver 40 time at the combine? 4.47 is what Jalen Higgins was. I did not want I didn't want Noel, bruh. I didn't want Noel, but I ended up getting Noel, man. That's supposed to be Jalen Higgins, basically. But this is the final. Ashton Jeanty with the 7th pick, not the 6th, the 7th. I'll pick up an extra 2nd round pick just for somebody to get Mason Graham. Jihad Campbell, first of our 2nd round picks. Linebacker, Alabama, great for the Leo. Hybrid type of linebacker edge, man. This is what we need. Jalen Milroe, quarterback, Alabama, future quarterback. So you remember how the Dallas Cowboys back in the mid-90s had the triplets? Remember the triplets with the quarterback and the wide receiver and the running back they had? Like that's how they were winning their Super Bowls. I just constructed that. But for the future. But 2 of them are going to be playing now. We got a wide receiver, but that was supposed to be Higgins, like I said. So we would have had Higgins, Jeanty, and Milroe for your future. After Geno Smith was done, that was your future. Boy, you see how dynamic that shit would have been? A 6'4" wide receiver with a 4.47 40. Milroe with a 4.37 at, what was he, 6'3"? Milroe 6'3". Jeanty. Offense definitely would have caught up with the defense with that in mind. The defense is what and I got the line. Don't forget Jihad Campbell, bruh. Added him to the linebacker core. He's the coverage sideline to sideline edge that we need. Oh my God. Jack Kenner, salute to you. Lost City, we in the building, salute. And we still got Brock Bowers as well. The future, our offensive, that would have been an offense. And don't forget, that was only 3 rounds. That was only a 3-round draft that I just ran off. And this is what we got. Let's see the people in the back in case they can't see. This is what we got. Off of trading back one spot. Trading back one spot. That's it. This draft is going to be that kind of draft. There's going to be people going to move up. That's why I'm okay with all these rumors spreading about the Raiders, because I'm knowing they putting shit out there in the wind and see if it blow you and hit you right in the face. Christian Wilkins is might be out. Oh, they're gonna take Mason Graham. They're gonna take Graham at 6. Hey, call Jacksonville. Call Jacksonville and see what they want for that 5th pick. Call New England and see what they want for the 4th pick. Here's the other one. Oh, is dead set they gonna get Genty? Somebody call Jacksonville. Call New England. If Jacksonville said, no, I'm not trading, these motherfuckers just gonna call New England. New England will trade back faster, but I don't think they'll trade back from a Abdul Carter if Abdul Carter is there. I don't think they trade back if that's who they feel is number 1 on their board. They're gonna go draft number. That's the smartest thing to do. But I can't call it. I don't know how to. It's kind of hard because there's so many different directions this draft can go. So many. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Raider Gabe in the building. No. Dude from UCLA, I drafted him in my last draft. I traded back a couple of times and I got Kelvin Banks at 14, but I end up getting both running back from Ohio State with the extra second. I'm going to tell you the round. The golden round of this draft is round 2. That's going to be the golden round. Because after the hoopla with the top, now you start getting into value in the second round and that's including quarterbacks. Running backs, quarterbacks. There's going to be tight ends out there. Second round is going to be very, very. That's why I want these extra second round picks, because I'm knowing what the second round is going to be. That's going to be the round that everybody remembers from this draft, that those players go out and they just tear shit up. I think the second round, once you get over the fact of reaching and all this other shit, second round players, because it's so crowded with talent that once you filter out all the hoopla shit and start settling down into the real deal, I think that the second round is going to be a motherfucker, boy. If we can get extra picks in that second round, multiple picks in the second round, that's going to shape this roster up so good. Like, you're going to actually want to go in the bathroom with lotion and a tissue, and you might want to cry afterwards. Does anybody cry after masturbation? I'm just asking. I'm just asking for a friend. Does anybody cry after masturbation? I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't cry. I just go watch TV. You know? I know they said that motherfucker retarded. Oh, Tragedy Turned Triumph said, yep, he cries after masturbation. Hey, that's fine. Who am I to judge? My heart is not pure enough to judge anyone. No, I'm fucking with you, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. We about to get up out of here. Tomorrow's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow. Hit that notification bell. I'm going live tomorrow, man, for the draft. I'm gonna have some people pull up. Friday, rounds 2 and 3, day 2, I will be out with friends for day 2 draft, and I will go live there. I'm not gonna tell you who the friends are. You'll see when you pop up on Friday for the game or day 2 and 3. There's gonna be other content creators I'm gonna be amongst. Like I said, we rub elbows with family. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your hump day. Don't let nobody hump you, but you can hump them. With that being said, man, enjoy your Wednesday. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones. And remember, if nobody loves you, fuck them. Don't need them anyway. I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 1 of the 2025 NFL Draft. Who do the Raiders select at 6? We all gonna find out at the same time. I'm Lunatic Raider, and like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch.